How to do an oil change on a Vespa GTS 300. This is a 2024 model and we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. First thing you wanna do is you wanna warm up the motorcycle. I went for a very short drive around the neighborhood and I let it sit for about 10 minutes and it's gonna be ready for the oil to come out easily. All right, so we have it on the back stand so it's leveled. The first step is we're gonna go ahead and loosen the oil dipstick and we're gonna take it out. So the dipstick does have an oil ring. My motorcycle has 200 miles. It looks fine, but you can replace this. If you look, this is our drain bolt right here, and this is our oil filter. And I used this green flexible funnel, and I kind of snugged it underneath there. So I have a 24 millimeter socket, and I have an extension and a swivel, and we just want to loosen it. And be careful, because my motorcycle is still a little hot, so just make sure you don't burn yourself. All right. Loosened it. All right, we're gonna get this little filter out. And it looks pretty good. All right, I'm using these channel locks and it looks intense, but I'm gonna be gentle. We're gonna get around the oil filter and I'm just gonna loosen it. All right, then I'm gonna get my setup for the funnel back, loosen it by hand. And there it goes. Our little green funnel is doing a great job. All right, we're gonna tip over carefully the bike, making sure we maintain it and don't drop it. We're gonna just go over a little bit to the left just to get some more oil out. All right, so most of the oil is out. We're gonna go ahead and clean everything up. Okay, we cleaned our little inside filter and then we cleaned our drain plug. You can replace this. It's recommended to replace this O-ring. Mine seems like it's okay since my bike only has 200 miles, but I do recommend replacing that O-ring. And then we got our oil filter, and what we need to do is we need to go ahead and put some oil on the rubber gasket. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put our little filter inside. There we go. And now we're gonna put our drain bolt in. And then our oil filter. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and torque this down between 17.7 to 22 foot-pounds. We're gonna be conservative and go with 18. There it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and tighten the oil filter. It says to do it to 4 to 6 Newton meters. I'm just gonna turn it until it just feels hand tight. And what that means is you're not gorilla tightening it, you're just turning it until you just feel it snug, until it's seated correctly. And you'll feel that, like right now it's turning easily, it's giving me a little bit of resistance, and that's it. And this is the oil that we're using, 5W40, and it's Motul. I picked up 2 of these from Amazon, just dropped right at my front door, which is awesome. We'll have the link for everything, the oil and all the tools and everything in the description. Okay, I lifted up the seat, I took out the bucket, and I have this funnel, and definitely recommend to pick this one up. You can buy this at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts, online. And the reason why is because we're gonna come from the top, and then we're gonna connect it. This connects in here literally perfect. Like that's like a perfect fit. Should be coming down. Okay, so the manual states that it takes 1.3 liters. We put in 1 full liter already, and then we're measured the 0.3. We used a little permanent marker, and we're gonna put in the rest. All right, we're gonna put the dipstick back in. Make sure you put it in right, it goes a certain way. And then after that, we're gonna start it. We're gonna let it run for a little bit, and then we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes and recheck. All right, this is our dipstick, and we're gonna go ahead and do our check now. Just make sure you get it in right. We're gonna go all the way down, hit the bottom, little snug, and then back out. When you take it out, you're gonna wanna read both sides and you're gonna wanna make it level. And look at that, guys. Literally perfect. If you see it right there, it's right in between those hash marks, and right there is the max. We have it perfectly at the max. And that's it. The oil change is done, and we're ready to go enjoy our scooter. Make sure you check out our other videos. We appreciate you watching. Hit that like button, and we'll see you soon.